I happen to think that so many golfers would benefit from buying these irons, but nobody seems to be doing so. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, that's right, I think so many people, 99% of your average club golfer would benefit from using these irons. Now, these aren't irons that everyone may have heard of. Guys, as you can see, these are the Tour Edge Exotics C7 22 irons. Now, these come with a ton of technology included in that head, and the ones I've got come with a Ventus shafting as standard. It gets better. They're quite reasonably priced, guys. So we're going to start today's video a little bit differently than normal. I've already smashed a drive down here on the par 5. 1 minute. I've already smashed a drive down here on the par 5, guys. We've got about 220 yards into the wind. Usually that might be a hybrid. Today I'm going Tour Edge Exotics C7 22. Guys, these actually look really good as well. They've got a diamond face, they've got Vibar core technology. I'll get to what that means in a second. But the main thing for me is, although they do look a little bit chunky down at the ball, they actually look really, really good. They look, I can't say sleek because they're not, but they look, well, easy to hit, which is perfect for 99% of club golfers. Guys, I mentioned they're an affordable price. You won't believe this, get ready. 1 second. Can we flight this down? Oh, that felt so good. It's a tiny bit left, but it felt so good. And I think that's down there. Guys, they're $1,000. Even with these shafts in, I really don't think that's bad. It's like £800. Now, you'll soon know that I haven't said that these are cheap. I haven't said that the budget, because $1,000 is by no means cheap for any set of golf clubs. But for the amount of technology that comes in them, which I will touch base on in a second, and these grips and these shafts, the Ventus shafts, all of them, to go 1,000,000 miles or 200 odd yards like that 4-iron did. And guys, it's actually quite a difficult windy day out here today, so don't take my thoughts on these clubs from the scores that I shoot, but I have been in the studio checking these clubs for distance, for spin rates, for ball speeds, for everything, so make sure you stay tuned for that. This is what we're left with. Connor's just cutting the green for us before we make birdie. Now, in the set I've got, I actually have a gap wedge, so I've taken my wedges out of the bag. It's an A wedge, and one of the things I love about these clubs is how progressive the heads look. So if you look at the gap wedge, it actually doesn't look that appalling, does it? That top line looks a little bit thinner, that leading edge looks a little bit sharper, and for me, that I don't mind that at all, although I'd like a G there, not an A. And they also feature a variable face thickness, which we have already heard from some big brands like Callaway, from Mizuno. Now they're in Tour Edge. This doesn't look too bad. That's going to end up quite good. That could quite go in. Go on then. Oh, he's not cut the green quick enough, but we will take that all day. Always put the do spot on the greenkeepers are watching, and they think you do it all the time. Cheers, pal. I think I'll give myself that. Will you give us that? Cheers, mate. I'll get out your way. And I know I'm sort of like a broken record here talking about the price, but the price also includes a little bit of custom specification, or should I say a lot of custom specification. You can choose your own shafts, you can choose your own lie angles, you can choose your own lofts, you can even choose your own grip thickness, which a lot of brands just don't offer at the moment, do they? Right, par 3, 150 yards uphill, but with the wind. I think we can get a big 8-iron there, guys. Easy, accessible flag. And these clubs are supposed to be easy and accessible to use. Can we have another Hoyo on Uno? That felt so incredibly good, and I realise I've not moved the camera for you. I won't have to apologise for that. That's the right side of the green. I'm hitting another one, and I'm going to flick the camera around for you. You know, I've broken the fourth wall there a little bit, haven't I? But I've been doing this years, and it's the first time I've ever forgot to move the camera. Same swing. Can we get even closer? It just feels so easy to hit, like I'm not trying with that at all. That might even be long, you know. But really nice turf interaction as well. You know what, I really like these, and I'm sure I videoed what a day we're having. And you know, I'm really starting to like these, and the title for this video, 99% of golfers would improve with these irons, or something along those lines. I really don't think we're far off because I'm really enjoying the ball flights I'm getting. I have hit them in the studio, so I know how far they go, which I'll tell you in a few minutes' time. And apart from them looking a little bit chunky and the blade length being a little bit long, I'm really struggling to see any drawbacks. And I think I was right, one of them has gone ever so slightly long, although that's inches away from taking the bank and going down near the hole, which is disappointing. I'm not sure which is which. In fact, they've both gone long. The other one's miles long. Now that's one thing I will say, if that is my pitch mark, which I think it is, I would have liked to see an 8-iron stop quicker than that. Yes, we are uphill, we are downwind. That doesn't necessarily bode well for a quick stopping golf shot, but it was an 8-iron. We'll talk spin rates later as well. But didn't react similar. Just slow down now. That's almost as good as you're going to do from there. Needed to go higher. Bogey. Okay, not my best stuff there on the par 3. Quite disappointing, especially how confident I felt on the tee. But this 4-iron's almost like a driving iron. They do a utility iron, which I'm looking forward to getting my hands on. How is this 4-iron for off the tee into a little bit of wind? Can we play it down there? I think one thing they've massively got going for them is, listen to this. They feel and sound incredible. And that's come out like an absolute knuckleball. See how far we've got in. And you see, the reason why I feel so strongly about this is because I spent a lot of time teaching golf and never did anyone come to me saying, James, I'm not really bothered about hitting it further, I don't need any more forgiveness. There's nobody that says that, and if you do, you're either lying or what are you doing here? Right then, down the right hand side of the fairway, still quite a long way in. We are into quite a tough breeze here. Position Z is in fact that bunker, but what about just really how far these golf clubs do go? What about the spin rates? What about everything, all the numbers? Let's find out in just a second. Hopefully get this safely aboard the green. I think this could be a 4-iron again with this wind. Yeah, 4-iron again, just cut in. Can I cut it in? How workable are they? There is a bit of offset on this. It certainly put some players off, as would the head design. But how much of that's ego and how much of it's actually means anything? Right. Aim at the big tree, nice cut, nowhere near the bunker. In fact, just doesn't even need to cut that much, does it? Just oh, be the club and you're there. That sound again. And that is up there as well. That's an exceptional shot. And you know what? Tour Edge claimed that these are very, very forgiving. Look where that was struck out of. I honestly couldn't have told you that until I looked down at there. So fair play, Tour Edge. I noticed that in the studio as well. Speaking of the studio. So guys, as you can see, I tested the 4-iron, the 7-iron and the pitching wedge in the Tour Edge C722 irons. And the spin rates were the thing that worried me the most. So 3,000 spin with the 4-iron, only 4,800 spin with the 7-iron, and 7.4 with the pitching wedge. It wasn't too bad. Distances I thought were quite good. 208 carry with the 4-iron, 227 total, 176 with the 7-iron, which is absolutely massive. Even though these irons are strong lofted, that's a long old 7-iron for me, finishing at 189. The pitching wedge, however, was only 129, 136 total, which is where I would expect my pitching wedge to be anyway. So I would worry with a little bit of gapping with these clubs, but I do think they're exceptionally long. And to be honest, I didn't hit the ball well today at all in the studio, so very, very forgiving as well. Let's see what we can finish with this round. Quite an interesting array of numbers there, guys. I hit loads and loads of shots. I would have thought the pitching wedge would have gone further. 130 for me is like a normal pitching wedge. Then the 7-iron goes absolutely massive, and the 4-iron, if you don't duff it like I did in the studio, again goes absolutely miles. I do think there's a nice consistency there. I would like to see more spin on the ball, but that's not what hollow body designs are all about, is it? Let's try and tidy up here, see if we can get out with a par. Now, I mentioned earlier about thinking about Callaway when it came to the variable face thickness. We also have a military grade steel miraging L-cup steel face, which means that the face kind of wraps around a little bit here. Now, that also reminds me of another top brand. Who else has a miraging steel face? Guys, get in the comments below and let me know. And I'd like to know, I don't find that as a negative. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think Tour Edge are doing the due diligence Can't believe I said that right first time. And they're making sure that they're putting the best technology in all their clubs. Fair play. And also fair play for 2 4-irons getting on the green in reg here into the wind and avoiding that brute there. So guys, I end this video with one question. Okay, 2 questions. First of all, do you think my title is correct? And second of all, if you do, why is nobody buying them? I don't mean nobody, but why do you never see them at your golf club? Why do you never see them in the bags of people who you're teaching? Is it because they're not as strong a brand as Titleist, as Taylormade, as Callaway? I think they maybe are. I think maybe they just don't market as much, so you don't hear about them as much. Turn, please, and you've got it. That's a valiant effort, I think. Guys, that is the new Tour Edge Exotics C722 irons. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Don't forget to leave us a like as well so that I know you're enjoying these videos. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye!